Okay, remember that they are changing my voice. Right now, I've written down 43 different sins that the Israelites were guilty and are guilty of, and I saw them in the book of Hosea, and I wrote them down in my own words. And it's a work in progress. We're going to get to that later. But this video is about Hosea 5:4, which says that there's a spirit of prostitution in their heart, right? Their deeds won't allow them to connect to God, to be with God. And after my flesh dies, there's no doing a good deed on the planet, right? People are done. They're just the walking dead. And a key idea, a key principle that they failed on was doing attractive women justice. They didn't do them justice. They raised them wrong. They used mass rape by deception, mass deception. They used obstructing justice and using dishonest scales. They used propaganda and theater arts and psychology to convince them to have sex with people they otherwise wouldn't, to marry people they otherwise wouldn't, to be around people they otherwise wouldn't be. And that's a key idea that we're going to go over. So write down Hosea 5:4, really think about it, and think about the different ways that one can be a prostitute. It's not just a prostitute or an escort or a stripper or a gold digger. It's basically every female who doesn't obey God through me. No offense to anybody, but why is that? Because their scale is dishonest. So they're prostituting themselves to another idea. And by default, they don't have the Spirit of God with them, so they're having some kind of mark of the beast sex. Again, because they do not obey God through me. When they have sex, they have some kind of mark of the beast sex because they don't have the Spirit of God in them, because their deeds, which include cheating me out of my right to lead, okay, and being complicit with all the other sins by cheating me out of my right to lead, because I'm the way to free yourself from complicity in principle. So therefore, they are doing the deeds of people who are not right with God, and their deeds have separated themselves from God. Now think about all the social controllers and cult people, all the gangsters, the corporate people, all the people with a bitter look on their face. Okay? A bitter look on their face when people talk about these things, especially. They're bitter. They're very angry. They're like the Penguin from Batman in their own way, like Lex Luthor. Like a bitter Prince Humperdinck from The Princess Bride. And they don't want women to do what's right. They want to exploit them. So they say, you better not. We're not supposed to do it that way. It doesn't work that way. Now stop that already. Consider yourself warned. And things of this nature. Don't let it happen again. Now you people, stop sinning. God's on my side. Who the hell you think you're correcting? You think you're correcting God through me? You think you're correcting me? You must have lost your mind. I'm not going to budge. Of course, God's not going to budge. What don't you get? You're so busy clinging on to your childishness and your petty desire to live, your petty desire to take advantage of females like a sick little kid who wants to trick his, to blackmail his teacher into sex or something. You're too busy being some kind of sicko to do what is right. I'm sure we can all agree that this is not harassment or bullying or hate speech, that this needs to be said. Stop taking advantage of females, especially attractive females. Why? Because they're the people who people want to take advantage of the most. Those people who want to take advantage of women. They want to take advantage of women the most. You think you're bad, reinforcing your rape system? You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to help us do it. It's fucking pathetic. Now, no offense, but you fraternities have failed humanity to the extreme. You've elevated people unfairly. In the construct, not in the eyes of God, that's for sure. And look at this situation. 1 million evictions in the last year. 1 in 4 females sexually molested before the age of 18. 9 million people starving to death a year. You try to turn things around. You obstruct justice. Your poor governance has caused all the major problems we face in the world. You like to blame the victim lead them astray for generations and say, look at what we've created. Look at the work of our hands and blame them. Retarded as can be. And now the most righteous person that ever lived has come, and you want to say bitch ass shit to me? Stop interfering with us taking advantage of women. And fucking retarded. Grow up, do the right thing. Now, this is not bullying or hate speech or harassment. This is not a hateful ideology. This is telling people who we all know take advantage of people, especially attractive women, to fucking man up and to stop doing it. And the only way to do that is to rally to me and to obey God through me. This is God chastising the wicked. So are you accusing of God Almighty of having a hateful ideology?